This has pretty much been the day. This has just been delivered today. This is like a Whirlpool. This is just an energy guy that comes with all the goddamn appliances and shit these days. Should be better. That should be better at least. Huh. Interested in this. I have a new fridge. Huh. Should be happy. Huh. Nice doggy. Yeah, I figured this is a 19.7 cubic foot refrigerator. Yeah, figure all this shit on here. You might as well just excuse that shit because it's like a French door design. Yeah, cheap ass. This is full load amp. 6.5. This is household refrigerator. Huh. It's like just it's like warning labels here. Reset like air filter, fast cold moisture control, water filter, fridge temperature. Oh, it's like idiot lights. Yeah, it's like a water filter. Not even an air filter. Okay, in the back there. Crisper drawers here. Yeah, I figure this packaging is that he put on it when I left the assembly plant. See if I can find out where the fuck it's made. Don't even tell you where it's made. Maybe it's not plugged in because we got installed a goddamn water line in the back now. Cheap ass. I don't know why they had this. Which door's tab? Maybe wipe it down a little bit. Maybe wipe the son of a bitch the fuck down. Maybe not. One thing I do not like about these goddamn bottom freezer stuff is that this shit slides the fuck out. I don't know why. You can also see it doesn't have any ice cube trays. It just has this ice cube maker. Fucking ice cube maker and shit. Add some goddamn shit to put you in the bottom. Can't put much freezable shit in here. Well, you actually could, but yeah, it's like black anyway because they wanted black, and this was I found this, and typically they found this when I was shopping around. Went a few places, like went to a local Home Depot somewhere to or went to like one of those like say, went to some type of scratch and dent place. We couldn't find shit there. And even the ones they had were pathetic. Then ended up going to Home Depot. Then we ended up went to the local Home Depot near that place, and couldn't find anything of interest there. But the people working there was kind enough to say, look online and shit. Look online for whatever. Figure online for it and look online, and then sure, that didn't get much luck. Couldn't get much fucking luck there. Couldn't find much luck there, and there's a wire line connection in the back there. But the reason why why the son of a bitch ain't fucking plugged in yet. Well, because we're not the goddamn wire lines going to the place. For what fucking reason? I like ones they have in the goddamn laundry room. Why couldn't they actually install this in every goddamn fucking kitchen? And why the fuck they even have automatic ice cube makers? So his dog is wondering why I'm filming a video. That's so nice. We'll get to make an appearance in this video. Huh. Get to make a nice appearance there, little doggy. Looked at the user instructions and everything. It's a pain. That's like, yeah, it's everything. It does everything you need to hook it up and everything. Fortunately, and also the doors were already installed on it when it was delivered. And the people delivering were kind enough to say, bring into the house and everything. Yeah, especially when the dog was barking away. Yeah, especially was fucking barking away and everything. For what reason, I don't know. And back to the story of buying a fridge anyway. And they ended up insisting on black. But they couldn't, when they had no luck there, they called many places. I even tried to look online to look for a refrigerator. Like researching on Amazon shit. So that never worked. So even that didn't work. So eventually, I ended up getting the shoes because the shoes I actually like the shoes you saw in that shoe unboxing video. So those got delivered to a place that sells them. They were ordered online, ordered whatever through some. Found them online. It was ordered to a telephone. Somebody else didn't. And once they got delivered to the place, it's like ship to store option. So once that arrived, then ended up having to hit the road. It's probably where the Wednesday night on the road video was filmed. That's where the idea came from there. So they ended up at Lowe's, whatever, near that place. Some of the refrigerators you probably seen were pretty much like, say, in that video, were pretty much like there. Yeah, I figured playing the cell phone they could use, playing this camera they could use. You know, that doesn't film high definition. Shit. Yeah, all that shit. I eventually found this exact model refrigerator. Say, well, they managed to spec out through Lowe's, whatever. Say they ended up looking it up and found the website. And apparently, what happened was somebody got a nice credit card. Say, oh, I can give all the details. To say, Yeah, it's actually supposed to be the same model that was. If I could find the goddamn spec sheets. Now back to, like, say, the whole story here. Like when this refrigerator got delivered, ended up getting, and it was I think they called on the phone to set, like, the day before, like yesterday, before I filmed this video, and said I was gonna deliver it between 1 to 5 in the evening, whatever, between 1 to 5, whatever, like the 4-hour time frame. Then when I'm walking the goddamn dog, guess what the fuck happens? I heard that was like practically 30 minutes the fuck away. Now it's like around noon time. I was able to get the dog walked, but I ended up but say all that time at the wait, and the next thing they show up anyway. Try to get a refrigerator out the goddamn. Try to get that old refrigerator out the door. Well, that was just like, say, a pain in the balls, but I managed to pull it off. Also trying to get ready for this. What a pain in the fucking balls that became. Like, there's an outlet right back there for it. There's like 2 outlets back here. One over there, which can fit a which is used for a microwave. That's like I think maybe 17 years old, whatever. I had that for so many years. No, wait a minute. Not that many years. No, I think 7 years. No, I was wrong. That was actually 7 years. Find out the microwave at Kmart. I was able to get after it was put on layaway and shit. Worked very well. And there's like a separate outlet here for the refrigerator, which is interesting. Because there's no fucking place to put the wire line. I think I mentioned already. No place to put a wire line. Trying to clean this was a pain in the fucking balls. That was a real fucking pain in the balls. Say you fucking had to clean up get rid of the goddamn cobwebs, and they thought they were just gonna fucking use a goddamn broom and shit. But I designed better. They say in the name of improvise. I just fucking ran a goddamn shop vac through it all. That took like probably a couple minutes just to shop vac the son of a bitch. Shop vac the motherfucker. Shop vac the fuck out of it. A couple minutes, and then that got done without problem. Yeah, goddamn pain in the fucking balls is to say vacuum shit. I can remember last year somebody put up a video on YouTube. Shot this refrigerator that's put in his place, and it's like a goddamn Whirlpool, just like this one. Why people insist on buying these goddamn refrigerators? For what reason? And why the fuck do people put shit on YouTube and trying? Yeah, like they say, I look and feel this shit. Yeah, I figure all that shit will have to come out, so. Talking about this cheap ass look and feel that shit like it. Yeah, they say it's supposed to be like, they say if it's assembled in America, but nowadays your components will come from fucking anywhere. They can come from goddamn Vietnam. They could fucking have that shit brought in from, say, anywhere. They can even source the goddamn components from goddamn Africa if it's cheap. Yeah, I figured they could source it from anywhere. Yeah, they'll source the components from any country. They'll source the coupons from say. They'll source them from say China. They'll source them from everywhere. China. They'll source them from China, or India, or fucking Vietnam, or from fucking or from Myanmar or whatever, or maybe from even Africa if they want. They don't have to just source that shit from South Korea anymore, like these days. Yeah, I figure. In the video I was mentioning about, he actually filmed them actually prepping it for installation and everything, like taking all the fucking packaging and shit off of it and everything. And yet, say the truck delivering this refrigerator pull in the driveway. When the person that came out and just asked about, say, was being delivered, some bitch didn't want to be filmed and shit. I don't know. Yeah, these electronic controls. So you don't have any LED rail. It's more like, say, more like idiot lights they put in fucking today's cars. Yeah, but I think the idiot lights in today's cars are probably more better anyway. Yeah, I figured such, like, say their commentaries are like, I don't know. Yeah, try to fit all this shit, like try to fit condiments and everything on here. It's be a pain in the fucking. That's be a real challenge, trying to fit shit. But we can always readjust these shelves anyway. I'm thinking maybe readjust some of these shelves to, I think maybe readjust these shelves anyway just to plow. I think it'll be able to fit. Yeah, this. That's a goddamn view. I did that for. Says push moisture control button if moisture appears on its fucking surface for what reason. Yeah, I figure it has the what is fucking produce preserve? What the fuck is that for? Oh yeah, air filter for what? I don't know. A filter for this fridge here. I don't know why. More powerful than baking soda. Such a pain in the fucking balls anyway. Person just sits there and talks about. And the last refrigerator probably lasted like, say, for the place it's been, it's probably lasted like so many goddamn years. I think 30 fucking years. Or more. I don't know. I'm guessing maybe 30 fucking years. At least. After they delivered it, what they did was take out a box. They took out a box, move the outside packaging, and then have it lift with some type of sling lift, whatever, that you hook on their show, whatever. that allows you to avoid using a goddamn appliance dollies. Could have put it all the way in the back there, but he said a water line was needed, and it was told, somebody else will hook it up. Probably be a long ass video here, but a long ass fucking video, but I'm sure all the goddamn lights are being put on just to show off the goddamn, just to show off some goddamn lighting. I'm sure there's sons of bitches that I'm sure West Bend probably fucking loving this. they're probably just loving it. You might as well just put put a tagline on future videos. West Penn Power is fucking loving this. I know. Would that make a good tagline, or a tagline that says facing reality with nothing to lose? I know. I just found this on Home Depot. Ordered it. They just simply, some of it simply just gave you, just say like last week said order it. So I go through all the process of ordering and everything. Put this person's phone number and put the house address and everything. Put all that shit. All that shit, and then I can tell you for a fact if I actually put, because if people knew my address, my luck. Only thing I could see. Sure, you might see these other people on YouTube. They might sit there and receive all this fan mail. They might sit there and receive fan mail and shit. Yeah, they might receive fan mail. For me, I'd probably would just receive fuck you letters. Maybe not. I'm sure there's probably subscribers that probably love that. I know. The interesting part about it. They actually delivered the goddamn mail before the shit. Before I walked the dog. Well, sometimes they do it. Sometimes they do it in the afternoon. Might as well say the mail's not the subject of the video. I'm probably thinking now, when this refrigerator gets installed, it might take, say, maybe around, say, an hour, say maybe an hour and a half at the minute, say, just to say hook a wire line. Hooking a wire line, need to know how much wire line's needed. That's gonna be a major issue there. Find that, and then plug the son of a bitch to get this shit done as soon as possible. It's gonna be a pain because that's gonna be a pain in the fucking balls. Hook a wire line in. Try to figure out where we're at in the basement, like say. Try to drill a hole and then see how far down it goes and just find the location and cut all the insulation around that just to get a fucking wire line through there, and then say hooking that to the pipe would be no. We got the means to do that if we need. All it just takes is just use the soldering, use up some soldering equipment, make sure nothing leaks and everything. That's no problem. I'd say regarding wires, that's a non-issue there. We could take care of that without any problem. Could just hook everything up and then just say hook the wire piping last. In fact, somebody decided it'd be a bright idea to replace the goddamn wire line that comes into the house. Say from the outside, replace that with, say, a more better wire line. I don't know why. They thought the wire line that was going to the goddamn basement, coming in from the outside, was like a goddamn clusterfuck. So somebody decided to make a more, I think, more professional looking pipe setup. That got done before Thanksgiving last year. But I got done with no problem. Shit. All the improvements, and then how this. Yeah, if I imagine YouTube users, they might start getting pissed. They might start flipping the fuck out. They might flip the fuck out, throw a fucking fit, and then start repeatedly bitching and fucking moaning. And they'll probably just continuously bitch and moan. They might bitch and moan, saying, they probably to say some fucking cocksucker specialized in bodybuilder teams motherfucking me on his YouTube videos. But even then, there's no fucking reason to. And they always say people like commentary. Put up so many goddamn drink-related videos this year. I probably got more than I could be put up. I might as well just well, figure, might as well just figure, just get the wire line put in. Yeah, even clean the floor. That's a pain in the fucking balls, and people are so concerned about how this fucking place looks. For what fucking reason? Pain in the fucking balls to deal with this shit. Say what? Try to make this fucking place look presentable. For what fucking reason? It's gonna be a pain in the fucking balls. Shit. What the fuck type of cabinetry's in here anyway? Ooh. Shit, we even fucking. I didn't even know we had all this goddamn. Like shit. I didn't even know we had all this fucking shit for fucking parties and shit. Get some goddamn glasses and whatever. Shit. What the fuck long was that been in here? Ain't that a fucking... Ain't that a fucking bitch? Ain't that a motherfucking bitch? Well, before I wrap this video up, I should let everybody know, or anybody's watching this video still after all this, if they're still watching at this time, just let them know that one, there's a 5-year protection plan that we got with this. Yeah, I figured trying to ask so many questions, and they started thinking, oh, the 5-year protection plan's good. Alright, Brett, well, might as well anyway, because who knows what the fuck happens. And but I heard that Whirlpool's got good fucking reviews and shit. Good goddamn reviews. Yeah, so Whirlpool has good. So it has good. They have good fucking. So Whirlpool is said to be good. And they say that Whirlpool has said to be like a good product anyway. especially in this time and age. When they want to replace everything so quickly these days. Back then, shit lasts like for fucking decades. Nowadays, you'd be lucky if it lasts more than 15 years.